just woke up.
What do you want me to say?
How was your time being at Ramada?
Oh, Ramada's been awesome. We've been here a long time. Feels like. How long have we been here?
5 days maybe?
It's a while for us. Normally we've been moving a lot lately. Yeah, it's been great. We're here with like 6 other kid boats. Kids have had a blast. We did some cool adventuring to the farm and stuff. And it's a nice anchorage. It's very protected. Cute little beach. And today we're leaving. We're leaving with about half of the kid fleet that we're traveling with right now. They're forecasting 30 knot gusts in the later part of the day, so we're going to get going pretty quick. I think about half the kid fleet wasn't comfortable with that, and half of us are excited, so we'll see which half maybe was right. It could be a lot today. Sometimes when they forecast 30 knot gusts, it ends up being a lot more, and sometimes it ends up being a lot less, so it's impossible to know. You kind of have to take a risk. I haven't seen a sunrise for months. I've become lazy.
The sun is coming up early now.
I'll check it out.
I'm Kate, and this is my husband Mick, our kids, Thomas and Bentley. 5 years ago, we had this crazy idea to travel the world with our kids, and never did we imagine our mode of transportation would be a sailboat. These are my parents. It's been their lifelong dream to sail across oceans. And so together, a dream was born. Come along with us as we learn, laugh,
I play with boats.
and explore. And hey, don't forget to hit subscribe.
Okay, we're on our way. We've got some lovely scones in the oven. We've got Captain Music ahead of us and a boat called Nike behind us. And we are the 3 boats that are braving the big bad sea today. The last sail is coming down. We had our jib and our stay up for a little bit, but jib's coming down. I don't know where those 30 knots are, but they're not here yet. I think it was supposed to pick up around 8. It is 8:15, so that's okay. Soon. Whoa, it's so lumpy. It is brutal. Really unenjoyable. The captain is not happy. He doesn't like to have the motor on.
No. Turn the camera off. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you think, oh yeah, but you're out there, you're in Mexico, the sun's out, it's hot, it's beautiful, who cares if you're motoring? I do. My world has shrunk a lot, so these things are important to me. When we're flopping around and there's not enough wind to keep the sails full, that's not fun. And we were promised strong winds today. We waited. Every forecast. We will wait some more. Now it's over that side. Now it's coming off the land again.
The wind?
Well, yeah, all 1 knot of it.
We keep hearing from people who've been sailing the Sea of Cortez for a long time that like 10 years ago, there was no wind in the Sea of Cortez. You just motored everywhere. So it is changing in that there's more wind now? That's what we've heard. I don't know. That's not a fact. That's just sailor talk. That's sundowner talk. We definitely have sailed more than we expected up here, but the winds are a lot more random than we expected. They blow and then they stop. And they're coming from the east and they're coming from the west and then they're coming from the south, and it's like just so random. And you get all that in 1 day of sailing.
It's really stinking hot when there's no wind. Just cooking. I'm trying to hide in the shade of the mast. And we are just rounding Punta Pulpito. So Point Pulpito. There's a really cool anchorage that I can see from here that we will definitely hit up when we head south, because it's not protected at all from all this southerly stuff that's happening right now. But when we head south in the fall, it will be protected from the north stuff that'll be happening then. So I'm looking forward to that. It's actually quite beautiful. Huge towering rock, and then like a cutout where the bay is, and supposedly there's a whole bunch of sea caves and stuff. We've got a little panga off our port side, and I did see a pod of dolphins feeding over there. I've lost them now, but I'll see if I can get a shot for you.
On your marks, get set, hunger race, hunger race. I'm guessing they're fishing next to each other. Maybe they got nets or something between. Anyway, we have our line out, so must be a hot spot. Hey!
Where's our fishies?
Don't like our piece of cedar.
Little puffs of wind. The jib is back up. The engine is off. And I think what we're gonna do is some wing on wing action with our jib and our staysail. So we're gonna move the jib to the starboard side and pull it out, and then raise the staysail on the port side. So make us preparing for that.
Stand here a while, take a little time. Since you went away, it came to a halt. Silence is everywhere, and you're not. And now I'm running like there's no tomorrow. My life was on a one-way track. This ain't a story about happy ending. Oh, I could set this world on fire. I could tear this town apart. I tried, but I could never be a part of you and your beautiful eyes. With a painted smile, I was the willow tree.
Two up there and a third try.
You were the fire that burned me. Right till the end, we didn't know we loved.
How goes it, man?
Good.
What you making?
You an anklet?
Oh
wow,
thank you! What are you making, Kate?
Well, Tommy and I have gotten into the friendship making bracelet business.
Oh, perfect.
Friendship bracelet making business. I am making one for Bentley.
What colors?
He picked purple, turquoise, and black.
Oh, they're gonna look awesome. Okay.
How's the sailing going out there?
It's getting there. We have enough wind at least to keep the sails full now. We're on track.
Are we really going 5 knots?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We almost hit 6 before.
I just looked up at the open CPN.
Yeah, we're
We're
doing
flying. Good job.
great. It's only supposed to get stronger.
Yeah, we have a good setup for it.
Mm-hmm.
Good planning. Now we're ripping. Oh,
Who's that?
Captain Music. Hey, Captain Music.
Hey guys, how much wind do you have out there? Oh, that's right, you don't have a way to measure.
Mick had the handheld thing out a little while ago, and he
gust up to
measured
15.
a gust of 15 apparent.
They're going 2.9 knots.
Copy that.
What about you guys? We noticed you just changed course. Are you doing okay over there, or did the wind kind of die off?
We had to jibe. The wind's coming from the southwest now. We only have about 6 knots.
Copy that. We will stay over here and see what happens.
This is a really good passage.
It is really good. Oh, boobies are back. I can hear them squawking. What makes it good?
I don't know. I'm not bored.
And it's comfortable.
And we're going fast. We're not going slow, which usually makes it really boring for some reason.
Because it feels like it's gonna be forever. High five, dude. Rock star of a day. It's been an epic day of sailing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it worked out great, didn't it?
It did. I don't know if I got any shots, but there were some big seas. I think we had 6-foot seas out there. We hit over 8 knots a couple of times surfing down the waves. It was a fun sail. It started off slow with a bit of motoring, but we definitely made up for it and sailed 95% of the way, which feels great. Nice downwind sail, which also feels great. And we are just pulling into Santo Domingo. We've been hearing on the VHF that there's lots of boats in here, lots of kid boats once again. We left some of the kid boats we were with before in the previous anchorage, and these are new ones. There are so many families out here this year, it's crazy. I got dinner started, it smells really good, I'm quite hungry. I cook in the Instapot in the companionway because we have power right here and it doesn't heat up the cabin.
And it's like one dish to wash.
Oh yeah, you know what?
It's my most favoriteest thing.
Just at the last anchorage, all the moms were like, I use that all the time and I go through waves with it and I kind of forget we have it and then I don't cook with it. I don't know, sometimes I get bored with it. I recently learned that you can cook pasta in here and it can be al dente. I never liked to do it because it would go mushy, but someone gave me the tip that if you bring it to pressure and then turn it off as soon as it pressurizes. So you would set the timer to 1 minute, but don't let it do the whole minute. You shut it off as soon as it starts counting down that minute. And it's really good. I would like to also preface this with, we have not been to a grocery store for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, people. We went to that little farm and got a bit of produce. So thank you to that farmer. We are having canned chicken, an onion that I had from 2 weeks ago, bell pepper from the farm, and tomatoes from the farm. And I have a jar of Alfredo sauce and a package of pasta. And that's what we're having.
It's like winter like.
I sauteed the veggies and the canned chicken for a hot minute. And then you just pour the raw pasta in, the pasta sauce, a bit of water to almost cover the pasta, and then you set it to 1 minute and bring it to pressure, and then dinner's ready. Done. Boom.
And the water temperature just spiked. It's up over 30 degrees Celsius now.
We've been hearing it's more like 35 in here, so
And 2 days ago at the last anchorage, it was 22.
yeah. And check that out. That is 10 minutes to come to pressure, and then you turn it off and you have a beautifully cooked Alfredo pasta al dente. It's okay. It is so hot. We rounded that point back there into the bay, Bahia Concepcion, also known as Conception Bay, and it was like we hit a wall. It is so stifling hot in here. We've got this little convoy of boats all going across the bay, and we're gonna hang out in Mulege for the day. Should be really fun. I think it's quite a cool little town, and supposedly there's a decent tienda here. Not a big grocery store, but enough to get us through the next week, and then in a week we will be in Santa Rosalia. I think it's kind of one of the biggest ports you can get into up the Baja, and they have like a big grocery store. So we just need to make it through the week. And I think it's a pretty cool entrance into Mulege. We get in our dinghy, we go a mile up a river, so that should be really cool.
Look at all of the jellyfish!
These jellyfish are known as Blue Cannonball jellies. They weigh around 1.5 pounds and they thrive in tropical salt water. These beauties are in high demand as a high-protein food and traditional medicine in Asia. It's rare to be stung by a cannonball jelly, but but they do secrete a gooey substance that in rare instances can cause a skin irritation. But we didn't have any problem scooping these hardy guys up and plopping them back in the river to be with their friends.
We're in Mulege, walking through a mission.
Okay, we have to be very respectful and quiet, okay? Spooky! We're going up to the bell tower. Creepy. That's kind of creepy. Construction of this mission began in 1766. The present building has been extensively restored after being hit with flash flood after flash flood throughout the 1700s. In 1828, the mission Santa Rosalia de Mulege ceased its mission activities, and it has been run as a church for the Mulege community ever since. Okay, we reprovisioned for the first time in 2 weeks. Look at these kids! Rock stars! Woo! Hola! So we had a really nice time in Mulege. It's a super cool town. We went to the mission, one of the old mission buildings that was built like 300 years ago. It was super cool. Then we went to the brew pub with like 7 boats, bunch of kids. It was awesome. Went and got groceries all together. Pretty sure the town of Mulege was wondering what was going on. Then we came back, so it's a long river to go in, like a mile long. And on the way out, it was blowing 25 knots.
Yeah.
There were people taking on water in their dinghies. We were not prepared for it. I didn't have a waterproof camera, so I didn't get any footage, but we were all soaking wet when we got back. Some dinghies were full of water. It wasn't a great situation. Now, we are beaten into it back over to Santo Domingo, where we started this morning. We'll get back to Santo Domingo for dinner. Do you see that basket swinging away behind me that is full of fruit? That makes me so happy. We have not had produce for like, I don't know, at least a week. Hello, good afternoon. We are on our way to Santa Rosalia, which might be weird because yesterday we talked to you. We had just provisioned so that we could spend more time in Santo Domingo. Well, what happened, Mick?
Oh yes, I got an email. Ding ding!
We have been trying to do his Canadian citizenship for like, I don't know, 4 years now. And because of COVID and everything, got really delayed. And then his application just got approved since we left Canada. Then we had to apply to change the application to be an application from out of Canada because we aren't in Canada anymore. Oops. It's just been this whole process. Now we have been approved for him to do his ceremony outside of Canada. But the one catch is his fingerprints have expired. We need to race to the next big town and see if we can get fingerprints done for him there.